Yeah, the Cardinals open their preseason schedule with a 3-point win over the Kansas City Chiefs at State Farm Stadium on Saturday. They move on to Denver for joint practice and another preseason game this week. And here to talk about the good, the bad, and everything in between from the preseason opener, Cardinals radio sideline reporter and handling play-by-play duties this preseason, the one, the only, Paulie Pigskin. Paul Calvisi joins us. Paulie, good morning.
Gentlemen, good morning. How we doing?
What's up, Paul?
Doing well. Let's start with the play that everybody's talking about from Saturday night, and it was the one blemish on Kyler Murray's ledger on Saturday night, the interception. And we've been having the discussion this morning, Paulie. Is it something? Is it nothing? Is it somewhere in between? Your thoughts on what you saw and what it means in the big picture?
It's a great question. What exactly was the mindset when that pass left his hand? Did he just leave it short? To me, it looked like he aimed it. And we all know in baseball, you try and aim a throw, it's not going to go well. Look, you can't replicate the physicality of a real game in practice. You saw that on the fumbled kickoff returns, I think. Nobody's tackling anyone to the ground. Doesn't matter if there's more friction, it's still practice. You're not going to the ground. You're not going against guys who are fighting for their livelihood, and they're coming down not just to tackle you, but destroy you. So was there a touch of, real violence and physicality that resulted in some of those fumbles? Is the threat of getting tackled to the ground and destroyed as a quarterback? That's all very real. So, look, Kyler took one of the hardest hits I have ever seen on the sideline last year against the Jets. You guys remember that?
Absolutely.
I do, yeah.
He got absolutely blowed up. And he got up, and they played a heck of a game, and they got a big win. So, look, if he got that out of his system in the first preseason game, good. Other than that, I like the chemistry, obviously, with Marvin Harrison Jr. Obviously, Trey McBride is regular season ready at this point. They both had chunk throws, and they made that happen. Because to me, there's two things for this offense this year. One is what you just cited. Kyler can't pick up where he left off last year. He had only 3 interceptions going into the bye, but he had 8 coming out of the bye. And then number 2 is the chemistry with Marvin Harrison Jr. If you can get anywhere close to the chemistry he has with Trey McBride, plus you have a rushing offense that's been number 2 in yards per carry each of the last 2 years, I think that's where this offense elevates.
One of the good things about the game on Saturday, Paul, to me, was the pocket was very, very clean for Kyler, which speaks to an offensive line that might be sneaky good, especially with the signing of Will Hernandez. Your thoughts on the offensive line and what that might portend?
It was great to say Jonah Williams. Now, maybe I missed it. I did not see Jonah Williams in any of the O-line, D-line drills and the practices that were open, right? And so, boom, was he going to play? Was he going to start? And he was out there. So it was great to see your franchise right tackle. And then Isaiah Adams has been totally different, as you know, Dan, in this camp. They got him on a strength program during last season, not just maintenance workouts, but they got him in the squat rack and talking to him. He's up to around 325. He feels much more explosive. He's much stronger. It shows up in those O-line, D-line drills. I mean, a year ago, he was getting driven back by all the starting offensive linemen. This year, Isaiah Adams holding his own, and then some. You know about Yelda Froholt. And then Will Hernandez. Does Will Hernandez come in and compete for one of the guard spots? Put it this way, competition is never a bad thing. And then with Paris Johnson Jr. So, yeah, the protection was good. We know they've been able to run the ball. Probably my only disappointment was the 3rd and 1 they didn't pick up. And to me, it's those kind of gotta have it moments is another area where this offense can get better. Week 17 at the Rams.
Uh-oh.
Technology giveth, technology taketh away.
Yeah. No, it makes a great point about Jonah Williams, though, and the offensive line. I thought, again, you don't know how much heat you're getting from the Chiefs, and certainly they're not dialing up blitzes in week 1 of the preseason. But if that unit really balls out this year, that's the other thing that can really help Kyler Murray.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I wanted to get into, and hopefully we can reconnect with Paul for about 5 more minutes left in this segment. But, talking about the running back position and how that shakes out, because I think it's one of the strengths of this team. And we saw the highlight play again by Amari DiMercato, who's proven that for 3 years now, going on his third year, that he is productive in that third down role. What kind of a role can he carve out? What does that mean, too, for another one of our favorites on this show, Michael Carter, who seems to be perpetually on the bubble with this team?
That's a good point.
Because of the special teams deficiencies there.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I don't know what it means, and that's something that's probably going to get – the composition of the roster is going to be fascinating as well. Really is going to be. So I think that, there's some good stuff to build off, and if that offensive line can reach that level, I'd be very excited about that.
We got any update on Paulie here, Jarrett?
There he is.
Oh, there he is. He's back. Paul Calvisi reconnected with us here on Bickley Marotta Mornings. We were just talking about the running back position, and obviously James Conner, you know what he's all about, Paulie. And this increased reliance they're going to have this year on Trey Benson, I think is a good thing moving forward. What do you think that means for the role of Amari DiMercato, who flashed on Saturday night? And we're big fans of Michael Carter on this show. And what does that mean for maybe his spot on this roster?
Yeah, DiMercato is like the ultimate gamer, right? I mean, a year ago at this time, we're like, well, he's the odd man out. Nope. And he's so reliable as a third down back in pass protection. But then he loves to show you he's much more than a blocking back. And you saw the Jets. And he just has deceptive speed. A lot of guys talk about how they come up and they think they have him in space, and then he gone. And so it was, I was not totally shocked based on what we've seen. I think he has 3 touchdowns, and 2 of them have been 40-plus yards. Yeah. And then you had that one in the preseason. He did it against the Bears. He did it against the 49ers in his first couple of years. Trey Benson with the jump cuts. A.Q. Shipley made a great comp on the air in the moment. He's like, he looks like a young David Johnson. He's doing those jump cuts between the A and B gap and just slicing through to the second level. So Trey Benson, really intriguing. He played at like 216 a year ago. He told me in the locker room he's up to 226, 228. He feels faster, more explosive. I mean, here's a guy who ran a 4.39 at the combine, and he was mad. He thought he should have run a low 4.3, Trey Benson. So, yeah, look, hit zoom out on offense to me, guys. If you can be like the Eagles last year, okay? Was Jalen Hurts the world's best quarterback? No. But they had the world's best front seven. They got away with 2 rookie corners, who, by the way, Cooper DeJean and Quinion Mitchell, both rated ahead of Trey McBride in the NFL Top 100. No, give me the buzzer on that one. That's ridiculous. But they got away with 2 rookie corners. They had a great defense. They had a great run game, obviously, in Saquon Barkley. They had enough weapons in the pass game. I could see this Cardinals team, obviously, Captain Obvious is a copycat league, but that's the style I think they would love to play this year, with a ball security, the run game, and just a really vicious defense.
So what would Wolf have sounded like had he still been broadcasting with Dave Pasch when Tip Ryman blew up that defender?
What was the flag for? He hit him too hard?
Yeah, right.
What was the flag?
He did his job too completely. Yeah.
I mean, so... that was outstanding. By the way, AQ really did well. You know, the one thing I didn't like about AQ, he wasn't nervous at all. I mean, come on now. He wasn't nervous in his press conference. He wasn't nervous his first time in the booth. Dude just steps in, did a great job. We're always going to miss Wolf and the beautiful blend of information analysis and entertainment. But for AQ to step in on that first broadcast, I was more than impressed.
Yeah. Well, we don't know about the Cardinals. They got stuff to work on, obviously, special teams being among them. But one thing that is in midseason form, Paulie, is that mustache. Man, that is
it's fantastic.
It's impressive.
Well, it's good to hear some positive feedback. My wife won't even call it a mustache. She just calls it that stupid thing on your face.
Paulie, thanks
the moment Will Hernandez walked in, though, Vince, right? I was number 2 in the mustache power poll by a country mile.
Oh my goodness,
that is true.
That's a work of art on Will Hernandez.
Before the game, right? Gardner Minshew's mustache, that was next level too. That was well done.
Yeah, those are 2 strong role models. Paulie, thanks for hanging out with us today. We appreciate it.
All right, guys, talk to you.
Paul.
Thanks for watching Bickley and Marotta. Click to see the latest Bickley Blast and hit the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.